bikes with smaller wheels, smaller cage, but lots of big-time excitement here. The Tusa Mod Lite Tour, Tommy, ready to go. We got a good field here and the best in Ontario here to go at it.
Here we go, 20 laps for the Mod Lights. Derek Wagner, many times a feature winner here at Ohsweken. He's outside the two-time defending champion of this Mod Lite Tour. It's Josh Slater into turn one the first time. Wagner will get the early lead, 3 wide behind them.
Slater pushes back into second out of that one. Klegger trying to come around the outside of the 91. Can't do it just yet. Now he'll get into third. Wagner will lead lap 1.
Meisner in the 6 car taking the very long way around the track for these Mod Lite cars. Not working out too well for him right now. He does get around Klegger and up into fourth, but the 91 of Gilbert has taken over third now.
Jamie Gilbert, a very exciting racer here in the 91. He knows how to get it done. Meisner's a rookie here, and they're out of the same stable. Meisner, a crew guy for many years, now pulls right up into fourth spot in the number 6 car.
So Wagner's opened up a pretty good lead so far, running laps in the low 19-second bracket on this slick track. Now we see some trouble for DeMol in the 39. He'll get that one fired back up and will stay green flag.
Wagner out of New York, the Ransomville area, leading them here on the back straightaway. Josh Slater with Klegger knocking on his inside left quarter as they get down the backstretch into 3.
So Klegger is working on that second spot. Lots of good racing behind them. The 12 of Bogart has moved up several spots.
Hudson wheeling right up on the inside of him as they find their groove here, and the yellow is out for Jamie Gilbert the wrong way in turn number 4 in the 91.
So Gilbert gets the 91 spun around and back underway here. But he's up into that 4th spot now after starting in the 7th spot and was making some moves before that caution came out. So keep an eye on that neon yellow and black number 12 starting on the outside of row number 2. Here we go, Wagner and Slater again on the front row.
Here we go on the gas. Wagner, the 61, jumps on it. Klegger, number 1, running the bottom. Here goes Bogart around the outside.
Yeah, Bogart is looking good in that number 12 car as he moves up into the 2nd spot now. Slater back to 3rd. Klegger trying to follow Bogart through. They're all trying to catch the 61 of Wagner, though.
On the outside, maybe fast way for the sprint cars. Look at Josh Slater. He takes a right-hand turn to the end of the straightaway. It is a lot farther around for these smaller cars and does not pay off for Josh Slater.
So Wagner to the bottom. Bogart with a good run into turn 3 makes up a lot of ground there as they run through a little bit of rumble strips down there on the bottom. Bogart is catching Wagner now.
Out of 2. Wagner with the advantage out of Delavan, New York. Into 3 they go. Behind him, it is Bogart coming around the outside.
Bogart's there now. Wagner can hear him behind him, but so far Wagner running a good line. Klegger now is starting to make up some ground on both of them as the top 3 are broken away from Hudson in 4th.
Klegger will have to hold the inside rail spot. Seems to be the quick way around for these Mod Lights. Skinnier tires, smaller motors, but still lots of power under the hood. The power to weight ratio fairly big. 8 on the counter, 12 to go for Derek Wagner.
So Wagner's got himself a somewhat comfortable lead, but now the caution comes out again as Gilbert again gets the 91 spun around in turn 4.
As these cars do not have reversed, they had nothing to gain by starting this race. He will be classified as a non-starter and get show-up points, I believe, but either way, they have sent the engine back to the engine builder to get rebuilt tonight so they can put it back in for tomorrow morning. So Dylan Davidson was here, did not take the green. Here we go, green is out again, and this time it's Wagner in the 61, leading them again with Bogart, Klegger, and Hudson inside the top 4 with him.
Well, Bogart's doing what he can to try to get around Wagner, who's holding that bottom line. Bogart's run a decent line through the middle, makes up a lot of ground down there in turn 3, but Wagner gets a good run out of turn 4.
Whoa! Meisner goes around in front of the field, and we're able to keep going. If he can get running, he does get going. We stay under yellow. Sorry, green. Green, we're still under green.
So still under green. Jesse Hudson now gets around the one of Clager for the moment. They fight over the third spot now as Clager fights back on the outside.
Clager powers back around the outside of Jesse Hudson. Hudson running the inside line, trying to get lower than the Clager number one. Back to 3 they go with Wagner, still in control. He's won almost every night I've seen him out here, Tommy, this year. Couple of wins over at Maryville, looking good here again tonight.
Yeah, Wagner, the Buffalo area driver in the 61 car, has several feature wins here at Oshweekon in past years as well. Now Boggart gets bogged down out of turn 2. That allows Clager. He'll take over second. Hudson trying to take third from Boggart, who's having trouble in that 12 car. He might have a flat tire.
I don't know, something definitely broke on it, Tommy. Doesn't look like it's got a flat tire, almost like flat right rear for Boggart, they're calling over the radio. So
yeah, that right rear is definitely flat, so a tough break for the Syracuse area driver. Will stay green flag though, with Wagner still out front. 7 laps left to go in this one as he pulls away from Clager.
Yeah, it's got to be at least 5 hours back to Camillus, New York from here. Wagner on the make again with Clager. Usually when they come to the top, it's these two guys battling it out. Josh Slegger with a tough night tonight in the 17 has faded back. Great run for Jeffrey May here, running in the 4th spot. 5 to go next time they cross the stripe.
Wagner had a bit of a bobble out of turn 4 the last time. Clager cut 0.3 of a second out of the lead. Still a long way back, but Clager may be catching Wagner now as Wagner tiptoes through the bumps in turn 4.
5 to go for Wagner in the 61. Clager hard footing it as best he can to catch the leader. Leader will be on lap traffic, but with these small cars, not sure if it's going to clog up the drain as much as he would need it to.
Well, Clager is gaining on Wagner now as he's cut almost a full second off the lead in the last few laps. Wagner now into traffic.
Yeah, Wagner real slow up the back end of the 26. Got to find a way around him. Can't do it now. He gets to the outside.
Now Clager's got to do the same thing. Has to move up a lane and he will get through. So Clager now right there on the back end of Wagner, and they'll have just 3 to go this time by.
Yeah, Clager's going to pull up on the back bumper right here in 1 and 2. And we've got a race, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the Beamsville Bullet. Paul Clager, multi-time champ in these cars, trying to go at it. Watson slow out of 4. Is that going to give us a yellow? No, he's going to pull out right in front of the leaders. 2 to go.
2 to go now for Wagner, who saw the whites of Chris Watson's eyes there in the 07. They stay green, and Clager is right on the tail end of the 61 for the lead.
Just got to keep his foot in it and drive it around the outside. White flag coming this time. Can Clager get around Wagner? He's got to look to the outside.
Yeah, Clager now takes it up to the middle, and now Wagner slips. Clager goes down to the bottom, side by side out of corner 2.
Wagner with a better straightaway speed. Clager going to try and go around the outside. Takes it up there. Wagner up in front to defend. Off the bottom of 4, it will be Paul Clager. Oh my! Wagner's got to hate that. He had it covered. That's one that's going to eat at you for a while.
And now here he comes out of the car. Put your hands together for Paul Clager, the last lap feature winner here tonight. Well, Paul, you were about 2 seconds back there, and you ran Wagner down, and I think you caught him a little bit off guard there.
Yeah, he was running pretty well where I wanted to run, so I kind of followed him for a bit, and he kind of showed me where to go almost, and the car felt really good. I mean, I love slick tracks, and this track was awesome tonight. It was great.
Well, you got a bunch of folks on this car help you get here to Mobile One Victory Lane. Who do you want to thank?
Yeah, definitely my engine builder, RK Engines. They built some awesome power. Ripley's, believe it or not, RCM Racing Equipment, Brian's Tire, Brian's Collectibles, Lucas Oil, and I got a few other ones I can never remember. Big Nels, Platinum, and of course Metalworks. They do great paint work.
There is Paul Klager, your feature winner here tonight. We'll get a word over here with Derek Wagner now. Second place, and that one's got to burn just a little bit, Derek.
It does a little bit, but you know, Paul Klager's a good driver, and I got to give him a lot of credit. You know, ran me down from a ways away. Things started going away in 3 and 4 for me, so you know, I can't be disappointed. Come a long ways today. Car wasn't very good earlier. Rich Kenworthy working on the motor all day. You know, my whole family, everybody to get me here. It's been a good run today.
That's Derek Wagner, second place here tonight. We'll come over and get a word with Jesse Hudson, all the way from Kentville, Ontario, way up in the eastern part of the province. And first time to Ohsweken. Looks like you had some fun out there.
Oh yeah, it's a nice track, and we had a good car tonight. Won my first ever heat win, and this is my best finish ever. I've been racing at Mohawk, and you know what, good finish.
That's Jesse Hudson, his best career Mod Lite finish. Put your hands together one more time for all of our TUSA Canada West Mod Lite drivers. They'll be back in August for another race here.
Well, how about it, ladies and gentlemen? Our Mod Lite feature event is done. They put on a great show tonight. Now it's time for the Affordable Towing and Recovery Thunderstocks. Crate sprint cars to come.